Hey, we're fucking live.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Today and this week we have been working on a very interesting riff from the band The Foo Fighters.
The Foo Fighters.
As Christopher Walken so lovingly named them. Let me tune up real quick.
This one's interesting just because of the timing more than anything. It's a really a lot of the song is pretty simple, I think, for the most part. But the Foo Fighters, they did some really interesting timing tricks to really make it sound unique. It's really fucking with my head, being honest. It's not going super well on my end, but it's close, right?
You're getting there, man. It's just when they start splitting, like, you remember back when you were a kid, the ta-ta, ti-ti-ta?
Yeah.
It sounds simple enough, but when you really start getting into, maybe more complicated rhythms, especially in, like, modern metal or even stuff older like Cannibal Corpse, when they start splitting things around, I don't know who that is.
Anyway,
when we start splitting shit around and really taking, like, just like hairline notes and put them in, it makes it really hard. So I'm going to play the riff. Join in whenever you want. And we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
This song's in drop D, and then add distortion as you like.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's tough. It's hard to even describe to somebody when it comes, like, if I was to try to write it down, like, in traditional music form, I don't know if I could do it because, it's really fast unless you, like, look at a tab and count the individual numbers. Even that, I think your best bet is just to keep listening to it and then just keep trying to play with it. But that's what we're working on this week. Something a little easier than Guns N' Roses, honestly, but just as hard in a different way.
Yeah.
If you do a lot of power chords, this will come easy to you. If you don't, it won't. If you don't do weird timing and stuff, it will be just as difficult as anything else. And that's the beauty of guitar, is we all have a lot to practice.
Hey, that's why we practice.
That is why we practice. That is why we guitar practice. Pod topics. As you know from last show, we've been trying to break it up a little bit more. Topic number 1. Still makes me laugh to this day. A shout out to the old school. The penis game.
Oh my god. The penis game, dude.
Tell me about your experience with the penis game as a child.
I don't know if this is just like
in school,
like a boy thing or not,
I don't think it's a girl thing.
No. Definitely young boys, school bus to school, at the park with your friends, whatever. Someplace that you definitely shouldn't be yelling
Screaming
things loudly,
penis.
yelling obscene things loudly. We've all done it, unless you're a boomer.
Yeah, they probably played the missionary position game or something.
They probably played the don't get drafted game. But that's terrible.
Anyway, I thought of that yesterday. I wanted to bring it up. I always thought it was funny. You should play it at work.
Yeah.
As an adult.
I don't care if you're working in a cubicle, if you work next to a toolbox. Does not matter.
I think.
Scream it, top of your lungs.
Yeah.
Don't even tell anybody you're playing.
And send us the video to the email.
Yeah, don't tell anybody you're playing. Just play it by yourself for no reason. Confuse everybody.
Next topic. You got one?
Yeah. I have one. This is back to I do enjoy my conspiracy theories.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. There was a card game came back in the 90s. Okay. It's called Illuminati.
Yo, where do you find this shit, dude?
all right. I'm gonna Google.
Here, move your body closer to the microphone,
okay.
real quick. Just make sure we're catching everything.
Okay, I'm Googling some of the Illuminati card game images. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so things that I know offhand. Okay, here's one of the pictures of one of the cards. I don't know how the hell this card game is played. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
And it came out in the 90s?
Came out in the 90s, okay?
Before 9/11?
Before 9/11. One of the cards in it is crashing a plane into 2 tall towers.
That can't be real.
Swear to God. That's the card in the game. Let's read the description
Are you sure
of the
someone
card.
didn't make this? There's AI everywhere now.
No, this is a real thing.
If anybody could send us a real picture of them in possession of this card game.
Yeah, it's called Terrorist Nuke, this
Oh
particular
my
card.
God.
So, play this card at any time to give plus 10 power or resistance to any violent group you control. If used as an action, must be played. Blah, right? So, it's just a card game, just like Munchkins or fucking... I forgot all card games. Cards Against Humanity. Literally just a card game, right? But... yeah, this is one of the cards. Pentagon Strike is another one, right? Which happened along with 9/11, right?
Yeah.
Those can be played in conjunction with each other, apparently.
Please, dude.
There's a card for COVID, which recently just happened.
It doesn't say COVID. Does it say COVID?
I think it says flu or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Debate me if you want. Send your hate mail to the email.
Let's see.
Is there any other fucking weird cards in that deck? If anybody has this card game, I want to see real pictures.
I don't know where the picture of this card is, okay? I know there's a card in there that says Donald Trump presidency, specifically.
No. That's got to be bullshit, dude. That's got to be bullshit. I want to see a Polaroid of someone getting this present for their fucking birthday or something before I sign off on that one. I don't know about that. I think I'd rather believe in, I don't know, Mother God, probably. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
If anybody has it, send us the link or something.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. So this next topic is an idea that I had while I was inebriated. Or at work. I don't think I mix the two normally. Let's say you get pulled over. Okay?
Okay.
And let's just say you have a baggie of drugs on you. Right? What if the police had to try whatever drug they're arresting you for to confirm that it's the drug that they're arresting you for?
So you're saying...
They have to make it back to the police station under the influence of whatever you have. And to caveat that, if they don't make it back, you get to walk. Tell me that's not fair.
That's not fair.
It sounds fair to me.
Okay. So you're saying that if cop pulls you over, right, and you have a bunch of fentanyl,
they gotta try it.
It's like pure fentanyl, the purest of pure.
I mean,
straight out of China, pure. And cop has to try it to verify, right? Otherwise, you're just like, you know what it is. You have no idea.
Someone will be playing the bagpipes, probably.
Oh my God.
I got one more topic for today.
Yeah, let's throw it in there.
And it's more or less an open-ended question. What makes a riff heavy?
What makes a riff heavy?
Yeah, like what makes a metal riff heavy? Like,
I think the heavy riffs are literally just what's heavy, low notes.
yeah, possibly, but in terms of, let's say, in history, like Black Sabbath, most of their songs were played in A. Like Iron Man pretty much starts on the 5th string of the guitar.
Can you play a Black Sabbath riff?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, just pull one out real quick.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
So let's just hear Iron Man. Everybody knows
let's
it.
So let's compare a couple riffs.
Okay. Let me think. So that's the starting note, right? It is nowhere near the lowest note on the fretboard. I mean, it's inarguably a heavy riff.
It's a really heavy riff.
But it doesn't start like...
Is there any heavy riffs without distortion?
I don't know. I think some of the Eagles played some pretty heavy shit. And they were standard tuned pretty much always.
Okay. So he's retuning to standard tune just for you. Just for you audio people. Just because you can't see him.
So, one of my favorite Eagles songs, and trust me, I can't play it because they're box playing. More cops.
We got some stuff going on out here right
now.
now.
So, this Eagles riff, the song's called Life in the Fast Lane, and there's not really any distortion, but to me, it evokes like that groovy, kind of grungy, and it starts, let's see if I can do it. So that's the basis of the riff, right? And they play it way faster. I'm not as good as the Eagles, sorry. But to me, that's a heavy riff with pretty much no distortion.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
There's a soul to it. I don't know how to make that. I don't know how to create that. But I think everybody can agree that is...
So I guess what's the definition of a heavy riff, right? This is kind of the base of this question. I guess a heavy riff is something that hits kind of heavy.
Different. It hits different.
Yeah, it hits different, right? So it's something that's not just like a normal jazzy, funky, classical, nothing like that. Nothing like that really hits it. But I don't know, that kind of has notes of like funk almost.
Yeah.
Right?
And blues. A lot of blues. A lot of metal. The more you get into it, a lot of metal actually really came from blues.
It really did. I feel like that's kind of the origin story to it a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Just blues people that were trying to find a new sound and they accidentally fucked up their tube amps. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dropped it. Now it sounds like shit, but really it sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it just kind of transcends notes, where it's like whatever emotion they're kind of trying to convey is what makes a riff heavy. So that song was about people doing drugs and crashing cars and dying, pretty much. You know what I mean? That's a
heavy topic.
That's a heavy topic. What makes a heavy riff?
That maybe what just happened outside. Why there's so many cops?
It looks pretty heavy duty as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, so is it? It's. I mean, I guess it's really up to the artist, right? Like how much. Yeah. I don't want to say how much they put into the song, right? Like how much weight they put into the song themselves, because really, like every piece of music has got its own weight and its own way.
Yeah.
Right? But you can't tell me that Enya has a heavy riff in it. Any sort of Enya song does not have a heavy riff, but there's a lot of like emotion put into that also.
Yeah, that's true.
Super random.
Questions up for debate.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll circle back to it. Send your opinions to guitarpractice69@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
Offer Up. What's up with Offer Up?
What's up with it?
Today, I'll be going virtually to a little town called Bakersfield, California. Birthplace of one of my personal favorite metal bands, Korn. And I'm just gonna pick a guitar I like. It may not be the cheapest, but
Yeah, I mean,
Speaking of corn, here's a Schecter Omen 7-string, red. Looks
sick.
beautiful, actually. Yeah. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Dual humbuckers, as usual. And you got a red body with a black headstock. Looks fucking beautiful, honestly. $360 for those of you who want to get heavy.
Metal's not the only thing that you can play on a guitar, and that's proven over and over again, right?
Yeah. Even on 7 strings,
It's just kind of what we prefer.
there's
right?
just some really crazy 8-string players out there that use zero distortion.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Shit, what's his name? Let me Google him real quick.
So, I mean, like an 8-string is it's kind of like what we talked about last episode, where an 8-string doesn't. It's almost like 2 guitars put into one. It's almost like you get your bass line with your lead line
Yeah.
all at the same time, which for people more creative than us, that could really turn into something cool, you know. And again, that's shown in a lot of bands, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of bands do really cool shit with 7 and 8-string guitars.
Tosin Abasi. Have you heard of him?
I've never heard of him. Let's hear about him.
He's a soloist, an 8-string soloist. I think he was classically trained. He can do some amazing things on the 8-string and uses little to no distortion. Very complex. Better than I'll ever be, I'll tell you that. But, crazy. Let's see another one here from Bakersfield.
I got one from, so I went kind of the other side of the states, right? So I went to kind of the Georgia, South Carolina line, and I found a super metal looking guitar anyway. Who knows what it sounds like? Who cares? You can make it sound like whatever you want. BC Rich Warlock with a crate amp for
Ooh.
$150
Yeah.
in Belvedere, South Carolina.
$150 fucking dollars?
$150 and you can get a super metal nasty
Yeah,
guitar, right?
that thing looks cool.
Yeah, it looks sick, man. If you've never seen a BC Rich Warlock, maybe look it up.
Give it a Google.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got another one from Bakersfield here. It is an Ibanez 6-string with a tiny little Marshall amp. I think it's a 15-watt.
Sick.
Perfect. Comes with 2 new sets of strings. Obviously a cable. A fucking case. A tuner. Grand total $450. White body. Rosewood. Black headstock. Black hardware. Dual humbuckers. I mean, it's
Very sick.
it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. You got another one?
Yeah. One more from South Carolina. Pelion, South Carolina?
Mm-hmm.
Don't really know where that is. Epiphone Les Paul Special. $65.
What?
A red Epiphone for $65.
Somebody in South Carolina buy that right now.
Seriously.
Offer them $50 though.
100%. Yeah. It was marked at 100, marked down to 65. Give them $50.
Yeah, they'll
Like,
sell it. Wow.
man, there's stuff out there, you know, and there's not always cheap stuff out there, right?
Not in Bakersfield, apparently.
Yeah, not in Bakersfield. Bakersfield is birthplace of a lot of crazy music, right?
Yeah, I guess it would be more expensive from a famous metal city like that.
Yeah.
You know.
It's famous for metal. It's also really famous for country. Like, a lot of people think that country has to be, you know, Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Or Kentucky or something like that. I know just from visiting Bakersfield that Crystal Palace is huge out there. It's the birthplace of Buck Owens and...
Is that a big venue?
Huge. Yeah, that's where Buck Owens... That's his, like, studio. His,
Crystal Palace sounds like trouble.
Yeah, right? You also get, like, Dwight Yoakam. Dwight Yoakam is big in country. That's where he's from,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, man, it's a big music city.
Yeah. Bakersfield, you guys might have it a little tough.
I mean,
I'm not
maybe.
seeing any crazy deals, but middle of the road deals for sure.
Listen, people are always quitting. That's kind of what you told me, right?
Yeah, it kind of sucks. I hate to say it, but it is true. A lot of people get into it. They get kind of disheartened that they don't sound like the radio. And quite frankly, unless you got a lot of gear,
Yeah.
you're just not going to sound like the radio.
No.
But you can sound great, and you can play great songs. And I'm telling you right now, most of it's practice. A lot of it is gear, but most of it is practice. As far as the notes, the cleanliness of the riff, all that comes down to the grind. I found a Fender Squier. That was my first electric guitar for $140, Bakersfield. Somebody go get it.
You literally can't go wrong with a Squier. Squier is kind of a baseline to all electric guitar.
Huge fan. Squier Strat. Even comes with black pick guard, black hardware.
There you go.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Actually has a humbucker on the bottom instead of the single.
Oh, that's sick. That's a neat mod.
Humbuckers sound good.
Yeah.
Especially if you like to play metal. If you like to play like super hot leads, I'd probably say the single.
Yeah.
But for heavy riffs, you can't go wrong with a humbucker.
So this dude in Ebity, Georgia, I don't know where the hell this is. I can't even pronounce that name, dude. Try it real quick.
Hepzibah?
I don't know. Hebity.
That looks Arabian.
Hepzibah. Those letters don't make sense. Anyway, somewhere in Georgia. Anyway, I was looking near the Georgia-South Carolina line. So, some dude doesn't know what the hell he has. He has some sort of Jackson electric guitar, right? It's dual humbucker setup. It's real nice for $150, right?
Can't beat it, man.
Nah.
You can't fucking beat it.
Absolutely.
There's opportunities for everybody to do this, man.
Everybody should get into this. Anyway,
what are you playing through today, man?
what am I playing through? I want to do something maybe a little bit different. Maybe we sit and try and learn some sort of really simple, fun metal riff, right? Yeah, just something small.
Doing it live? Just like Bill O'Reilly?
Yeah, let's build something.
What
right?
tuning are you doing?
I'm in drop D. Drop D is the birthplace of metal.
I don't know. I mean, think about the Prince of Darkness, man. Think of Black Sabbath.
The Prince himself.
Okay.
Let's think of a real cool riff. I just want something cool, right? So I'm brand new. I don't really have any riffs. Like if somebody's like, "Oh, you play guitar?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "What do you play? What can you play?" And I just pull out like maybe the one thing that I slightly kind of know, which is the arpeggio to Civil War.
Yeah. I'm still working on that one. Don't worry. We'll get it eventually.
And they're like, "Cool, what else?" And that's kind of it, you know?
Okay.
Radio silence. I throw my guitar at the wall. I'm like, "Oh no, it's broken. I can't play any. I'm sorry. I know so much other cool stuff."
I'm actually going to tune up to E standard.
E standard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's do some live tuning here. This is super fun for audio only. Okay, and then I'm gonna tune to drop C.
No, I can't convert that good. So go ahead and just play. Just do like a bar power chord riff, but start it off open. Okay. Well, just play a little chord set, and I'll just kind of riff off of that, doing a little bit of lead work.
A little chord set?
Yeah, I'll just do like, yeah, any chords you know. We'll end it there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. If you have any questions, concerns, go fuck yourself. Guitarpractice69@gmail.com. We'll see you next episode. Thank you.